Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm just going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me style type of video. This will be the first one I've ever done, and I figured why not just make a video while I have some free time. So if you guys want to just watch me do my makeup while I talk about random things, then I highly suggest you keep watching. Here, I am on vacation. I'm currently in Panama City, Florida. Hanging out. You're gonna hear a lot of random rustling noises. I am just unpacking some of my stuff, so I don't have to dig and look for it in a minute. So, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. It might be like 20 minutes, it might be 30 minutes, it might be 45 minutes. I don't know. I've never done like a little get ready with me type of thing, and I figured so I'm just unpacking all these brushes. I brought a lot of stuff. I figured while my boyfriend was out jet skiing, I would take the time to, put on my face. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do, offloading all my other bags here. I don't know why I brought so many foundations. Who knows? So, what am I gonna talk about during the video? Also, you are gonna see me looking to, I guess that would be the left. I forgot to pack a mirror. I have a mirror. I don't know what I'm doing. I have a mirror here. I forgot to pack a mirror, so I'm gonna be using like my viewfinder, or I might just use the mirror from my ORGAIN palette here. I might just actually set that up. That makes a lot more sense. So you also might see me looking down a lot. So what do I want to talk about during this video? So probably gonna talk about my finger. So in some previous videos that you might have watched before you watch this one, I don't know, you have seen my hand looking a little crazy, and I haven't really made a video about it just yet because I've been waiting till it heals a little bit more so I can give you guys like a complete 411 of, what's kind of going on with my hand or with my finger. Oh, and if you guys wanted to know, I'm using the Urban Decay De-Slick, I'm using the Urban Decay All-Nighter primer, which I really do like. And honestly, I'm just putting my makeup on to sit inside this house for like an hour, and then I'm gonna go out on the beach. So kind of like a waste of putting on makeup, but I literally have nothing else to do. And then I'm going in with the eyeshadow primer from Urban Decay as well. So, back to what I was saying. I am more than likely going to just talk about what's going on with my finger and kind of give you guys an update and let you guys know what is going on with that. I might even insert a few pictures throughout the video in case you guys want to see what is going on. So, sorry guys, I'm sitting on the floor and I'm not a crisscross applesauce type of girl. I got a lot of legs, and crisscross applesauce is not a good thing for me. So you guys are gonna see me adjusting. Also, for my eyes, I am just going in with my Jeffree Star ORGAIN palette. I was gonna do some like big colorful look, but I think I'm just gonna keep it pretty chill since I'll probably go lay out in a little bit. And honestly, who lays out wearing a full face of makeup? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna do that today. But anyways, so right now I'm just undoing the lid for my color swatch color remover because I was lazy and did not wash any of my makeup brushes before I left. So I'm definitely gonna have to use that. And honestly, I've never done my makeup while talking at the same time, so I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to focus and do like a really good eyeshadow look. So please don't come for me about this look if it's looking wild, because I usually do my makeup in the quiet and I listen to music or I listen to a book. And I don't like when people talk to me when I put my makeup on, or I don't like talking when I'm putting my makeup on because I cannot focus on multiple things at once. But anyways, so I'm gonna dive into the story of my hand. This is currently what it looks like. I have this nice nifty patch job going on right here with this like waterproof bandage. That's what the clear stuff is, and then just regular gauze right here. So, you kind of see me wearing a brace in previous videos. So, what happened was I am a dog groomer. I work at PetSmart, and I had just gotten, I'd taken my dog in to get a bath. Now, he is a bigger dog. He is a Doberman. He does weigh almost 90 pounds. So he's a big boy, and he does not walk on a leash well. Like, he goes out in public and just forgets that he knows manners for the most part. We were trying on Halloween costumes before I took him home, and he saw another dog. He really likes small dogs. He does not like big dogs, because I think he thinks he's a small dog, but that's besides the point. So we had seen another dog walk past. It was like a small, like, little Shih Tzu looking thing, and he got super excited, wanted to go over and see him. And I had his leash wrapped around my wrist, which I don't normally do, and he just took off, and I think the leash just came up and just snapped my finger right in half. It was a really good time. He scared that dog owner a lot. And I was trying to talk to the guy while I'm looking at my finger, and I was like, dude, he's not gonna hurt you, he's not gonna hurt your dog, he just really likes small dogs. So finally I get him to calm down. I look down, and my finger, look at it this way, was facing this way. So instead of like being straight, it was turned this way. And I was like, I don't think my finger is supposed to be looking like that, right? And honestly, it didn't even hurt. I need a different brush. Honestly, it didn't even hurt, and I was very, very surprised. Like, I looked down and I was like, it looks like my finger is broken. And honestly, I didn't even think it was broken. I just thought it was dislocated or something, you know, because I've dislocated my knee before, I think, if that makes sense. And it didn't look broken, and I was just like, okay, whatever, that's just weird. So I took him, I walked back into the salon where my coworkers were also grooming at the time, and I was like, hey, I need help. And they were like, what's going on? So I showed them my hand, and I was like, I need someone to pop it back in place, because I was like, I obviously can't drive with my finger like that, right? So they're all looking at me like I'm crazy. Finally, one of my friends pops my finger back into place, which hurts. I can honestly say when my finger originally broke during that situation, I didn't even feel it, honestly, until I looked down and like it registered in my brain that my finger shouldn't look like that, so it should probably hurt. And then I was like, kind of hurts. But when she popped that back in place, yeah, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I wish I had that camera footage from the salon. But anyways, and then they're like, yeah, you should probably go to the doctor. And I was like, you guys are probably right. So my boyfriend's at work, so it's not like I could just be like, hey, I'm gonna leave Helix up here, can you come and get him? So I have to drive him all the way back home, which is about 30 minutes from my work. And I can't move my finger at all. And my hand's like swelling, like really, really swelling. It was really bad. So I drive him all the way home, and then I drive to the urgent care. It's right down the street from my house, luckily. And I'm sitting there, and I finally go back to the office with the doctor, and they're looking at my hand, and they're like, oh, well, can you move it? And I was like, yeah. So the doctor makes me do what's called hooking, where she had me hold my hand up, and she took her finger and then made me hook each finger around until she got to this one, and you just hook your finger, right? And then she got to this one, and then she was like, hook it. So I'm like trying and trying, I'm like literally doing this, and I'm like pulling my finger instead of like wrapping it. I'm just like pulling my finger down. She was like, no, you're not hooking it. And I was like, well, obviously, it's probably broken. And she's like looking at it, she's like, yeah, it's probably broken. And then she takes her finger on top of my soon to be found out broken finger and freaking pushes it. And I thought I was going to deck her in the face. That stuff hurts. So here I am looking at this doctor like, girl, did you really just push on my finger like that? Like, You know it hurts. You can see it's swollen. Why would you do such a thing? So anyway, she's looking at me. She's like, yeah, it's probably broken. And I'm sitting here like trying not to cry, you know, trying to be hard and stuff. And yeah, I was like, okay. So she's like, all right, we're gonna take you up to get some x-rays. I was like, all right. So I'm hanging out. And then finally the nurse comes in and takes me to go get x-rays. And as a vet assistant also, I know how to do x-rays because I do x-rays on dogs. So, you know, we're going in there, we're doing x-rays and all this good stuff. So with the doctor's office, you're sitting in there and I have my hand on the machine and the nurse has to go back and around the wall to take the photo. So my first photo she takes, I hear her make a noise and she's like, ooh! And I was like, I was like, that's not a good noise. That's not a good look. What's going on? And she was like, oh yeah, your finger is broken. I was like, oh, okay. Just a broken finger. And granted, I've never broken any bones in my entire life, you guys. So I didn't really know what to expect. So here I am just chilling. And then she's like, all right, we got enough shots to do 3 different images of my hand. And then I go back. So she didn't show me what it looks like because she was like, oh, well, the doctor will go over it with you. So I was like, all right, that's fine. So she takes me in finally and the doc walks in and she was like, your finger's really broken. But they were just making it seem like I had broken my finger like in 18 different spots and I was just worried. So I will post what the x-ray shows right here in this little image. So as you can see, the bone is like kind of broken diagonally from like knuckle to knuckle. Well, yeah, knuckle to like knuckle pretty much. So apparently that's like a spiral fracture or an oblique fracture. I can't remember what the terminology is, which apparently isn't good. So they put a splint on me and they're like, you need to go see a specialist. And I was like, why do I need to see a specialist? And she's like, well, normally I can look at a fracture and say, hey, yeah, you need surgery, or yeah, no, it'll be fine, you're not gonna need surgery. She's like, I'm looking at yours and it's kind of weird. It's like 50-50 chance you may or may not need surgery. And I was like, oh, okay, that's okay. I don't really want to get surgery. I've never had surgery either. She's like, but you need to go see a specialist. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So fast forward a couple days wearing that splint, I finally get in with a specialist and I have to do another round of x-rays. And that's probably about a week. Yeah, probably about a week after the initial injury. So I get in there, do another x-ray, or sorry, I don't do an x-ray, I lied. I see the specialist, he takes off the splint and all that stuff and just looks at it, and then it had been like straight up in that splint because it's a U splint that goes around here, and I just, let me talk about this, let me go back. So the splint they originally put me in, it wrapped my middle finger and my ring finger together, right? So I had my pinky finger out and then these 2 fingers out. So it was like a club that I was just wielding around. It was very awkward. I could only use like these 2 fingers and then kind of my pinky for whatever reason. Why I would need to use my pinky, I don't know. So I ended up re-wrapping it at home to have my pinky and then this finger together so I could at least use these 3 fingers, right? Because, you know, I groom dogs. I kind of need to be able to groom dogs. And also, luckily, during that time frame, I was switching to a new position at work, so I didn't really have to use my hand a whole lot. So that was nice. And it wasn't a week that had went by. It was like 3 days, I think. 2 days. Yeah. It was about 2 or 3 days had went by in this splint. So my fingers like straight up all the time in the splint like this, right? So when I went to the specialist, he was like, okay, well, we're gonna put you in a brace instead of the splint to really like stabilize your hand. And he wanted me to wear it like 24/7, right? And he said I could take it off to shower. So in that brace, which I have somewhere, I will show you in 2 seconds. All right, so sorry about that. So this is the brace that they had given me and whoops. It has 3 little legs, if you will, so bottom, middle, and then a top. And then there's like a metal plate here and a metal plate here. So, and it has like a bend in it. So he made me put my hand in it like this, and then you roll the bottom, and then this part goes across here. And then this part, shove it down in there, goes across here. So like my middle finger sticks out, and then this finger can stay down and tucked away, which is really nice for when I was grooming, because dogs try to hit my hand a lot because this is my like face holding hand. But I literally just had these 2 fingers to do anything with, which was super annoying. This thing's super hot, and then it gets covered in dog hair, which I don't know if you guys can see all like the dog hair on there, if it even like focuses. But anyways, so yeah, this is what my hand was stuck in for like a week, I think. Was it about a week? Yeah, I think my hand was in this for like a week or so. And then he was like, hey, you gotta wear this. We'll have you scheduled to come in and do some x-rays just to kind of see how the finger's like settling type of thing, right? And I was pretty good. I kept it on for probably 98% of the time, and I did take it off for like an hour at night every now and then. No, I'm not gonna put that there. I'm just gonna put that right there. But yeah, I did take it off for like an hour at night every now and then, because like I said, it does get really hot, and then it does get really itchy, and then just for my hand to just air out, because like with like bathing dogs and stuff like that, you're just getting like all the steam and stuff from the water, and then it's just hot. So I take that brace off, and my hand, or like, yeah, my hand pretty much, and my fingers would be like shrivelly. No, I wasn't getting it wet, but still just the dampness of everything was just keeping my hand really hot. So I took it off every now and then for maybe about an hour, and I would sleep with it on. I would take it off obviously in the shower, and I would just put my hand like on top of the shower and just rest it so my hand wouldn't get wet. And my hand got like really gross and like dry and stuff because I would lotion it, but then I had to put a freaking brace back on, and then it was disgusting for a little while. So when I finally went in and got my second x-ray, and I'm sitting there, and I had asked the chick who was taking my x-ray, so I was like, oh, well, how does it look? And she was like, oh, well, I wasn't there to see your first x-ray, so I don't know. And I was like, that's a fair point. Okay, because I kind of wanted to see what her opinion was before, you know, the doctor saw it and was like, hey, you know, this is what you got going on. I really like the Jeffree Star palette, the Orgy palette, but it does have a lot of fallout. But in general, it is still a really good palette. So the doctor comes in, and he's like, so your finger has shifted and you need surgery. And I was like, shifted? Like, what do you mean shifted? So I will post that picture right here so you guys can see the difference. I'll post the picture by itself, and then I'll post a side by side of the two so you guys can kind of see the differences here. You can see in the picture of them together that there is a slight difference, like the bone just looks a little shifted. And I could barely move it because obviously it had been stuck in that brace and then in the splint for so long, like there was no moving it. If I did move it, like it hurt, it was very painful. And he was pretty much telling me like if I didn't have surgery, then my recovery time was gonna be, you know, twice as long and all this other stuff, and I probably would have a twisted finger because it was twisted in too, like, you know, when you bend, like here's my ring finger, and I bend it and I can pretty much hold it almost straight. This one on this hand was like tilted. I don't even know, like when I bent it, it would like tilt in, like almost like at a diagonal instead of like pulling straight. So he was like, it might look like that forever. And that's my ring finger on my left hand. So obviously if I ever get married, I kind of want my finger to look normal. And he was saying that I would probably have issues with like arthritis and stuff like that, which I'm pretty sure I already have, like arthritis from grooming, but you know, whatever. So he was just telling me all this stuff that would happen like if I didn't get surgery, because I was like, okay, what would happen if I don't? Because I don't really want to get surgery. And you know, I went home, I talked to my boyfriend about it, and we just kind of weighed the pros and cons, and I figured, you know what, I'll just go get surgery. So that was on a Monday, and then he wanted me to get surgery on Wednesday, and I was like, that's in like 2 days. I was like, can I just kind of think about it? So I ended up getting surgery that Friday. And right now with, you know, COVID season and stuff like that going on, I had to go get like a rapid COVID test and all that other stuff just to make sure I was good and ready to go as far as like surgery goes. I look like I got punched in the eye. But yeah. So I ended up going in for my surgery on Friday, which was, at this point in time, this was last Friday. So it's been over a week since I've had the surgery. And I've never had surgery before, and I ended up going to Windy Hill Hospital in Marietta, Georgia, because I do live in Georgia. And I had my surgery with Dr. Schulenberg. No, Dr. Schulenberg was my specialist doctor I went to the first time. I had my surgery with Dr. Pendleton. He was really nice, and everyone at Windy Hill, like the staff-wise, was really awesome. And surprisingly, I didn't really have to pay that much for surgery. Honestly, I don't mind being transparent. So out-of-pocket cost for the surgery, I think I'm gonna end up paying like $2,000, I think. And I saw one of the bills that they billed my insurance, and that bill was like $25,000. And I was like, whoa, because my surgery probably took about 45 minutes, maybe. They just had to go back in and pull my finger back together, and I have some screws in there apparently, and then I think I have a metal plate on top. The doctor had explained it to me obviously before I went into surgery, but it's all a little hazy, a little fuzzy, so I don't remember what he was talking about, honestly. Apparently he did show my boyfriend some x-rays after surgery, so he got to see like where all the pins and stuff like, or the screws and stuff like that were in my finger. So get done with surgery, really quick surgery. It was really awesome. I was in and out. I ended up going out to dinner that night and eating barbecue when he told me to take it light, eat like a milkshake, or, you know, eat like yogurt and light stuff like that. But I was hungry because I hadn't eaten since anything from like 7 o'clock the previous day, and your girl needed some food, so I just went whole freaking hog and I went out and got some barbecue that night. So I was pretty good. I was really good, honestly. I wasn't really feeling nauseous. I think out of like the 20 pain pills they gave me, I've taken like 5 maybe, and that was really only the first day. I took like 2, and the second day after surgery I think I took like 1. And I don't think I took another one again until like the 4th day, which was like 3 days ago or something, because I'm doing a lot more with my hand, and I had smacked it on something at work, and that did not feel very good at all. So yeah, I don't really take the pain pills as much because I don't feel like they're super necessary. I do have a really high pain tolerance though, so those of you who feel like you don't have a high pain tolerance, I don't know, maybe it might be a little bit more painful for you. I don't know, if you ever have to get hand surgery, I don't know. But yeah, so this is what it looked like afterwards. It is still super swollen, like my finger looks like a crazy sausage. I feel like I'm not getting anything done, and I've literally done nothing but my eyes during this whole video. So let me just move on and I will show you my hand. I think I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty foundation. So instead of like a full get ready with me, this might just be a half get ready with me. So this video doesn't end up being like over an hour long. But anyways, so that's why I can't talk and do my makeup. I'll just do one thing over and over and over and over. But anyways, so I got done with surgery, and he wanted me to be like using my finger completely like the next day, like start bending it and stuff like that. But I do feel like it is still so swollen that I can't really bend it as much as I want. I feel like this doesn't like, this looks like a weird color on camera, but honestly, it's a really good match, just not on camera. But so yeah, right after into like rehab, if you will, for my finger, he sent me like an email with like exercises I need to be doing, and I think I was supposed to be doing like a rehab whatever with a specialist, but I didn't like setting those appointments up because I work a lot, so I don't really have time. But anyways, and my boyfriend thinks he's a doctor, so it's fine. So and honestly, I was gonna contour and all this other stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna end up doing that now, just because I'm not in the mood to contour anymore. I was gonna do eyelashes and like eyeliner. I don't think I'm gonna do any of that either. But yeah, I probably am gonna go in and contour. I'm gonna use my Melts Sculpt Stacked that I just did a video on, so definitely check out that other video. I'll post a link up above as well, so you guys can check that out. Anyways, since I keep getting sidetracked, so it's been about a week since I've done the surgery. The healing process is going pretty good, and I swear my face is looking like 10 times darker than like my chest, and I think it's because the lighting's starting to shift a little bit. So I'm gonna fix the lights, or I'm gonna fix these curtains real quick, because I swear I'm not wearing like a 6 shade different foundation. So hold on. All right, so I adjusted the lighting a little bit to see if that kind of helps, because it really does look like that foundation's way too dark for me, but I swear it's really not. So anyways, I mean, that's a little darker, but you know, I'm about to go outside and get a tan again, so whatever. And I'm just kind of haphazardly contouring at this point in time, so I'm really sorry to anyone watching this going, oh my god, her contour looks crazy. I swear I don't really look like this all the time. Note to self, fix this lighting if I'm going to be filming any more videos. And unfortunately, some of the like lighter like highlight shades don't really like highlight me very well. Ooh, I almost spilled it everywhere. Coming into the final stages of my makeup, honestly, I'm just gonna throw on a little bit of blush, a little bit of highlight, and just some mascara. I'm not gonna finish out this look with anything else more ostentatious. This is just my NARS Dolce Vita blush, which I've been using for like 10 years. So anyways, back to the healing up of my finger. As you can see, which I don't know if you can see, you see the differences of my fingers right here. So you can see how like fat this one is and how like normal this one is. So he's gonna be swollen forever. I'm afraid it's never gonna go down, and I'm gonna have like a ring size of like 20, because my finger's just gonna be swollen for the rest of my life. And I'll kind of show you guys, get all this makeup off. So if you can kind of see, that's about as straight as I can hold it currently. So if you can kind of see the difference here, or it's better if I do it that. So that is as straight as I can hold it, versus like this one, I can obviously hold it really straight. I just cannot get the tip of this to go up anymore. And I feel like I probably could if my finger wasn't so swollen, and I can bend it. So that's about as far as I can go as bending right here, versus like this one, I can go all the way down. I cannot bend the tip of this. So that's as much as it'll do. I can touch the tip of my finger, but not as easily as I can, obviously. These ones are a little quicker. So this one's just like slower to react. So I notice like when I'm holding a dog's ear to like scissor around the ear, this one will like stick out. I've almost cut it a couple times. So I just have a slow finger for the time being, I guess. I am still working it. So in general, like I can bend the tip of it, like manually bend it. I cannot bend at this knuckle yet. And the incision is literally as long as this piece of gauze right here. It literally goes from my tip of my knuckle down to like, I wouldn't say all the way down, but literally like almost to the end of it right here. Because obviously they had to have enough room to go in there to, you know, put some screws in there and a plate and all that good stuff and slap it back together. So I didn't expect it to be like some little itty bitty tiny incision type of thing, but I wish it was a little smaller. I really hope that I will be able to like bend my finger back like this again, because it's not like that plate is like over my knuckle apparently, it's just right here. So I should be able to bend at the knuckle eventually. But you know, with as much swelling, go back, as much swelling as I have going on, I don't know. And you can see there's like a slight discoloration. So like if I get it to focus, and it might not do it, but you can kind of see this whole finger is just like darker than my other ones. And at first I thought it was because I wasn't having like blood flow to that finger and it was just gonna fall off and I was gonna die. But I don't know, I think it's just because it's still swollen and all this other stuff. And I am about to take off this bandage so I can just let it air out before I change out the bandage again, which I will probably just do off camera, and I'll just quickly show you guys what it looks like. I'm also going to go ahead and pop on my highlighter and then my mascara, and then we'll be done. So you guys definitely let me know down below what you guys think of this first Get Ready With Me. I already know a couple of things I'm gonna have to fix while I'm doing my makeup, and obviously I need to get better at talking and doing my makeup at the same time. And I'll just untuck my nose ring just like that. So yeah, I cannot talk and do my makeup at the same time apparently, and I've got to still work on my lighting. I'm still just struggling with that. So, and then as far as mascara goes, I will probably just go in with the Beauty Bakery icing mascara, nothing wild. So that is it for my face. Let me pop this off real quick and I will show you what it looks like literally 1 week after surgery. Oh, before I forget, I am gonna go in with the Urban Decay De-Slick face setting powder. And boom. All right, now that my finger is free from that very hot bandage, which is really annoying because my finger just feels soggy all the time. So I will show you what my incision looks like. Once again, if you are weird about like surgery scars and stuff like that, incisions, then I suggest fast forwarding about a minute. I'm not gonna show it very long. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. Let me put this behind it because I feel like it doesn't focus very well. All right, so just keeping that behind it so you guys can kind of see instead of focusing on my face. This is what the incision looks like. Kind of look like Frankenstein. I guess it's okay. I'm hoping it'll heal a little bit prettier, I guess. You can kind of see I do have like a little hole right there. You can see I'm not 100% as far as like what that is. I don't know if that's like where one of the screws is. It might be like a suture or something like that, I'm not sure. But you can see like wiggling my fingers. You see how these ones are like super quick and this one like does not move as quick. It's just like slow, you know. So I'm just kind of a slow finger, I guess. But yeah, that's what it looks like. This lovely Frankenstein incision that I'm gonna have on my ring finger until I die. So I always tell my boyfriend if we are going to get married, he might just have to slap it on my pinky finger because I don't know how cute my my ring finger will look by that point in time. But yeah, so let me know, how did this my first Get Ready With Me chit chat? What was that noise? Apparently there's a terrifying noise and I think I might be getting axe murdered at the moment. So I'm gonna go on that note. You guys let me know down below what you thought of this video. Do you want me to do another Get Ready With Me? Maybe, I mean, I would like to do another one, just have to do a few adjustments as far as like timing and stuff like that, so I'm not just doing my eyes the whole entire time I'm talking. So yeah, I'm just gonna go pull my hair up and go lay out on the beach for a little bit. I probably will do another video before I go because I will be here for about 2 weeks. So, you know, So, as always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. That would be great. I will catch you guys on my next video.